There are people asking the CEO of Instacart to make an update to the app to allow you to select a female Instacart shopper. Because apparently customers are not trusting men to make the proper substitutions and do the grocery shopping properly.
I understand that. I've seen some pretty crazy substitutions from guys.
I mean, I will say, this goes back to my retail days whenever I was doing some of this stuff. If you want it done such a specific way, just do the shopping yourself, okay?
Well, but there are some things that it feels like there's being specific, like requesting a specific type of banana, like just a few brown spots, not a ton, or whatever. And like if you need a replacement for an orange and getting orange candy.
Yeah, like one Instacart user said she ordered ground beef and got a watermelon instead.
Right, like that's where it's like, okay, let's use our common sense here.
So the first text we got about this topic, which the question is, what do you only trust the opposite sex to do? Not what do you not trust the opposite, because I knew we were going to get texts like this that says, be a mechanic, only men can do that.
Which I disagree with that 100%, because the last time I needed to get my oil changed, this guy was about to put something in my car, and the girl runs out. She's like, her engine can't take that. Do not put that in her car. It's going to cost her thousands of dollars. So thank goodness that woman was there to catch that mistake. Otherwise, I'd be out thousands of dollars.
But what's something that you would only trust the opposite sex with? 601-995-1017.
This one might cause some controversy, but I like a male nail tech.
Really?
I like guys to do my nails. The reason is not because I don't think women are as good at it, but I feel like women want to put their own ideas on you. Like, I'll have an idea, I have a vision that I want to come to life, and they're like, but I think it would look so much better like this. You know what? I'm just going to do it like that anyways and not really ask your permission. Whereas the guy will just listen to what you have to say and will do it, and it comes out amazing.
Would you trust a dude to cut your hair?
I've never had, actually, that's a lie. I've had a male hairstylist once, and it was one of the worst experiences I ever had. So no, I probably wouldn't trust a guy to do my hair again.
I only ask because that's my answer personally. I only want a woman to cut my hair, but it's not because I think a woman would do a better job on my hair than a dude would. But growing up, my dad cut me and my brother's hairs, and it was just buzz cuts. That's all we were doing. Just buzz cuts was all we got. But he was not gentle with us. And like it would always, like there'd be like some hair pulling that would happen. And so I like the gentle touch of a female to cut my hair, I think. So
you're
like
traumatized
from
the haircuts. Yes. And you're like, it's just going to remind me of my dad. I'm going to have nightmares.
Exactly. My dad telling me to man up, be a man. Yeah. 601-995-1017. This text says, only females can deliver my babies.
Well, is that coming from a guy?
I'm assuming it's coming from a woman. I'm assuming that she is not going to have. So what would you trust a guy to do?
Right.
A guy and only a guy.
What are we trusting the opposite sex to do? If you're a woman, what do you only trust a man to do? And if you're a guy, what do you only trust a girl to do?
Yeah, if you're a lady, what are you going to raise your eyebrows at and not want a woman to do? You only want a guy to do this. 601-995-1017. And the reason we're phrasing it like this again is to remain positive. Like I would hate to see guys say, I don't want a woman fixing my truck.
Right.
Like, that's not cool.
I don't like that. That's not our vibe.
People are petitioning Instacart to have an option to select a female shopper only because they think that females are better than males at shopping, and Amy might be proof of that. It's Y101, Adam and Allison. Amy texted us and said, I ordered lettuce, and the guy sent me a message about a substitution. I was like what? When the guy got here, I was laughing and said, sir, I just have to know, what did you substitute lettuce with? He said, oh, it's just the organic one, but we have to put it as a substitute. It was a head of cabbage.
Not lettuce at all. Not even close.
That is really funny. So we're asking, what is the thing that you would only trust somebody of the opposite sex to do? And Chris agrees with me on the haircuts. And he says he wants to appear attractive to females. So why not have a female cut his hair?
That makes a lot of sense. I see the logic there. And I am kind of relieved to see that it seems like, women are trusting women for the most part on most most things, men trusting men. That makes sense. But Brent Lynn's text is hilarious. She says, I'd want a guy to open jars when I can't or work on my car. And it's not even because she couldn't do it, but she wants to make the guy feel needed.
Brentlin, this was supposed to be nice. This was supposed to be girls being nice to guys and guys being nice to girls, to be like, men stink at this. Only girls can do this. And Brentlin's over here like, I just want to make him feel important. I want to make my guy feel important.
Sometimes they need that.
It's so funny. 601-995-1017 is our phone number. What is something you would only trust the opposite sex with?
I am trying to get this person to call because I have so many questions, but she says, I prefer men to cut my hair, and I also only go to a male gynecologist.
See, that is interesting to me. It's been a while since I've been to the doctor, but whenever I was a kid, I didn't want a female doctor. For whatever. And I think I still might be that way. Like if I ever had any kind of urology problems, I wouldn't want to go to a woman doctor because it's like, I don't want her to be judging me.
No, and I feel similarly. I remember whenever I lived in Florida, I got the same gynecologist recommended to me over and over and over again from people who's like, he's so great. And I'm like, I just can't do it.
James, what's something you would only trust the opposite sex to do?
A massage.
Is that because you don't want a dude rubbing all up on you, or do you think she does a better job?
I don't want a dude rubbing up on me.
See, I worked at a spa for a little while during the pandemic whenever Florida reopened, and I wanted to get some money. But I always felt bad for the guy masseuses because girls felt more comfortable with a woman touching them, but guys also felt more comfortable. And I was like, but these guys, they went to school, they're trained professionals, they're not going to do anything inappropriate. And people just wouldn't book them. I always felt so bad.
Well, I just feel strange having a guy rub all up on me.
Thank you so much for the call, James. Appreciate you. Allison, you had mentioned that there was a woman who texted us and said she only wanted a male gyno.
Yes.
Is she on the phone?
I think so. I
Is
think
this Ray?
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Ray?
Yeah, I'm not the girl about you. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
What's that?
I am not the girl that texts. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I do have a point to make about the whole conversation.
Yes. Go ahead.
All right, so I was going to say I would prefer a male security guard because, like, if you're out at night and it's just two females walking around, I feel like you're more susceptible to being, like, I don't know, in danger. So I'd prefer a male, like, security guard or bodyguard or policeman.
I got you. That makes sense. I could see that for sure.
Yeah, I can see that too because like I see it from the perspective of like if I'm out walking late at night alone or even with another girlfriend, I'm going to be on high alert, especially if men are around, like what's going on. So like you kind of want that same feeling of like, okay, well, there's a male security guard there. Maybe no guys will try anything.
Yeah, or like, you know, a male personal bodyguard if we become celebrities, you know, something like that.
Yeah, all three of us are going to be celebrities. I too would say I would prefer a male security guard.
Yeah.
And I hope nobody is looking at me to be that security blanket just because I'm a guy, because you're going to be sorely disappointed. Ray, I think you'd do a better job than being a security guard than I would.
Oh, no.
I'm a scaredy cat. I'm a scaredy cat. Ray, thanks so much for the call.
Thank you.
Have a great
Have a good
weekend.
day.
All right, bye-bye.